Hey there, viewers. Before we dive into today's incredible story, make sure to comment where you're watching from today. We love hearing from our global family. In the heart of Silicon Valley, where tech giants shape our future and fortunes rise and fall with each market opening, a storm was brewing that would shake the foundations of the digital empire. What started as a peaceful autumn morning would soon spiral into a chaos that would bring together three of the most influential figures of our time: Jason Statham, Elon Musk, and Donald Trump, in a way that nobody could have predicted. The day began like any other at Musk's sprawling compound in Austin, Texas. Xa-12, Elon Musk's young son, was enjoying a morning walk in the private gardens with his security detail, the crisp morning air filled with the gentle hum of Tesla's automated lawn maintenance robots. Little did anyone know that this tranquil scene would soon become ground zero for one of the most dramatic rescue operations in recent history. Just a few miles away, Jason Statham was wrapping up his morning workout at an exclusive gym. The action star had been in Austin for a secret meeting with local film producers, but fate had different plans for him that day. As he toweled off the sweat from his intense training session, his phone buzzed with news alerts about unusual activity near the Musk residence. Years of playing action heroes had honed his instincts, and something about the reports didn't sit right with him. The signs were there for those who knew where to look. In the preceding weeks, a shadowy organization had been methodically infiltrating various tech companies, gathering intelligence and plotting something big. Their target wasn't just any tech billionaire. They had their sights set on the very future of artificial intelligence, and they believed the key to forcing Musk's hand lay in targeting what he held most precious. As the morning progressed, security cameras around the Musk estate picked up unusual movements in the surrounding area. What appeared to be ordinary delivery vehicles and maintenance crews were actually members of a highly organized group, strategically positioning themselves around the compound's perimeter. Their plan had been months in the making, waiting for the perfect moment when the compound's security would be at its most vulnerable. Back at his temporary residence, Statham was reviewing security footage shared by a contact in local law enforcement. His years of training in martial arts and his experience in action films had given him a unique perspective on tactical situations. He noticed patterns that others might miss: the way the suspicious vehicles maintained precise distances from each other, the calculated movements of seemingly random pedestrians, all pointing to a coordinated operation about to unfold. Meanwhile, Xa-12's security detail was going through their routine protocols, unaware that their every movement was being monitored by multiple sets of eyes. The boy's fascination with the garden's robotic maintenance systems had become part of his daily routine, making his movements predictable, a vulnerability that hadn't gone unnoticed by those watching from the shadows. The first sign that something was amiss came when the compound's AI-driven security system detected minor anomalies in its network traffic. Under normal circumstances, these fluctuations might have been dismissed as routine maintenance issues. But today, they were the digital breadcrumbs of a carefully orchestrated cyber attack designed to create a brief window of opportunity. Statham, who had been making his way toward the Musk compound, noticed an unusual concentration of vehicles gathering in the area. His instincts, honed by years of both real-world training and action film choreography, told him that time was running out. He began making calls to his own network of security experts, piecing together the puzzle of what was about to unfold. The morning sun had barely reached its peak when the first phase of the attack began. In a coordinated strike, the compound's power grid experienced a series of systematic failures, forcing the security systems to switch to backup power. This was immediately followed by a sophisticated cyber attack that targeted the compound's communication networks, creating confusion and chaos among the security personnel. What happened next would later be described by witnesses as something straight out of an action movie. The seemingly ordinary vehicles surrounding the compound suddenly burst into action, revealing teams of heavily armed individuals moving with military precision. Their target was clear: Xa-12, who was still in the garden, now surrounded by his increasingly anxious security detail. Statham, who had been monitoring the situation from nearby, knew he had mere minutes to act. The security detail around Xa-12 was professional but outnumbered and outgunned. The attackers had chosen their moment well, striking when the compound's defenses were at their most vulnerable. As chaos erupted around the garden, Statham made his move. Years of parkour training and practical stunt work served him well as he navigated the compound's perimeter defenses. The attackers, focused on their primary objective, never saw him coming. Using the confusion to his advantage, he moved like a shadow through the chaos, taking down hostile elements with the efficiency that had made him a legend in action cinema. The situation reached its critical point when the attacking force managed to breach the inner security cordon. XA-12's security detail, though fighting valiantly, was being systematically overwhelmed. The boy, showing remarkable composure for his age, remained calm as the world erupted into chaos around him. Statham's intervention came at the crucial moment. Moving with the grace of a trained fighter and the precision of someone who had spent decades perfecting his craft, he cleared a path through the attackers. His presence had an immediate impact on the morale of the security team, who rallied around his leadership. What followed was a masterclass in close-quarters combat and tactical maneuvering. Statham, drawing on both his real-world training and years of action film experience, systematically dismantled the attacking force. His movements were economical, each strike calculated for maximum effect, each defensive maneuver designed to protect both himself and his young charge. As news of the attack spread, social media exploded with activity. Amateur videos captured fragments of the action, showing glimpses of Statham's incredible rescue operation. These clips would later go viral, drawing millions of views and sparking intense online discussion. But in the heat of the moment, none of that mattered to the action star. His focus was solely on ensuring the safety of XA-12. The tide began to turn as local law enforcement, finally breaking through the communications blackout, arrived on the scene. The attacking force, realizing their window of opportunity was closing, began a strategic withdrawal. But they had underestimated both Statham's determination and his ability to adapt to rapidly changing situations. In what would later be described as the most crucial moment of the entire incident, Statham managed to secure XA-12 and lead him to a safe room within the compound. The boy, who had remained remarkably calm throughout the ordeal, would later tell his father that he felt like he was in one of those cool movies, with Statham protecting him. As the dust settled and security was restored to the compound, the full scope of what had just transpired began to emerge. The attack had been meticulously planned, targeting not just the physical security of the compound but its sophisticated technological defenses as well. Questions began to surface about who could have orchestrated such a complex operation, and more importantly, why they had targeted Musk's son. The story was far from over, though. As emergency services secured the area and investigators began their work, another player was about to enter the scene. Donald Trump, watching the events unfold on television, took to social media with a series of tweets that would add another layer of complexity to an already explosive situation. But that's a story for our next chapter. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for the next installment of this incredible true story. Have you ever witnessed an act of unexpected heroism? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The aftermath of Jason Statham's heroic rescue of XA-12 Musk sent shockwaves through both Silicon Valley and Hollywood, but no one could have predicted how the next 24 hours would unfold. As emergency vehicles' lights still flickered around the Musk compound, the digital world was about to explode with a controversy that would divide the nation. Elon Musk had just touched down in his private jet, having cut short a crucial business meeting in Singapore the moment he received news of the attack. The tech mogul's face showed a mix of relief and barely contained rage as he rushed to embrace his son. Security footage would later capture the powerful moment when Musk came face to face with Statham, the two men sharing a wordless exchange that spoke volumes about the gravity of what had transpired. But while this human drama was unfolding at the compound, the digital realm was already ablaze with speculation and theories. Amateur videos of the incident had begun circulating on social media platforms, showing fragments of Statham's remarkable intervention. Tech analysts and security experts were picking apart every frame, trying to understand how such a sophisticated attack could have been orchestrated against one of the most secure private residences in Texas. It was at this precise moment that Donald Trump, watching the events unfold from his Mar-a-Lago residence, decided to weigh in. His first tweet seemed innocuous enough. Glad to hear young X is safe. Always said we need stronger security. But it was what followed that would ignite a firestorm of controversy. Trump's next post dropped like a digital bomb. Maybe if Elon spent less time on AI and more on real security, this wouldn't happen. Star power saved the day, not robots. Time to wake up. The tweet immediately went viral, splitting the internet into fierce opposing camps. Trump supporters rallied behind his message, using it to critique the increasing reliance on artificial intelligence in security systems. Meanwhile, Musk's advocates pointed out the irony of criticizing technology while using a digital platform to spread the message. The controversy was exactly what the mysterious attackers had hoped for, a wedge driving apart key figures in the tech and political world. Statham, who had remained at the compound to assist with the ongoing security investigation, found himself unexpectedly thrust into the center of a political maelstrom. Known for his preference to let his actions speak louder than words, the action star maintained his characteristic stoic silence as the digital debate raged on. His presence at the compound, however, spoke volumes about his commitment to ensuring the complete safety of XA-12. As the sun set on that tumultuous day, security experts began piecing together the sophistication of the attack. The perpetrators had exploited a previously unknown vulnerability in the compound's AI security system, using it to create a brief window of opportunity. This revelation added fuel to Trump's criticism, leading to another provocative tweet: AI security failed. Human heroes won. Ask yourself why the media won't tell you this. Statham for head of security? The implications of Trump's messages reverberated through the tech community. Cybersecurity firms scrambled to check their own systems for similar vulnerabilities, while political pundits debated the larger implications of the attack. Was this truly about targeting Musk's son, or was it a calculated move to undermine public confidence in AI security systems? Meanwhile, inside the compound, a different story was unfolding. XA-12, showing resilience that belied his years, had taken to following Statham around as the action star assisted with security sweeps. The boy's fascination with his rescuer provided a human touch to what was rapidly becoming a politically charged situation. Amateur photos of the two, captured by security personnel and leaked online, showed the action star patiently explaining security measures to his young admirer. Musk, who had been uncharacteristically quiet on social media since the attack, finally broke his silence with a carefully worded statement. Grateful for Jason Statham's intervention today. While our AI security systems detected the initial breach, it was human courage that protected my son. The future lies not in choosing between human and artificial intelligence, but in their synthesis. This measured response seemed designed to deflate the growing controversy, but Trump was not finished. As evening turned to night, Trump's social media activity intensified. He began retweeting theories about the attack being an inside job, suggesting that certain tech companies might have orchestrated the incident to prove a point about traditional security measures. These posts, each more inflammatory than the last, seemed calculated to drive an ever deeper wedge between the tech community and traditional security advocates. The controversy took an unexpected turn when surveillance footage from the compound began to surface online. The clips showed something remarkable. During the attack, the AI security system had actually worked in perfect synchronization with Statham's intervention, adjusting defensive measures to complement his movements. This evidence contradicted the emerging narrative of AI failure, suggesting instead a sophisticated harmony between human and machine capabilities. Security analysts working through the night began to uncover disturbing patterns. The attack on the Musk compound bore striking similarities to recent security breaches at other tech facilities across the country. A pattern was emerging, one that suggested a coordinated effort to undermine public confidence in AI-enhanced security systems. Trump's tweets, whether intentionally or not, were playing directly into this larger strategy. As midnight approached, the story took another dramatic turn. Anonymous sources within the compound leaked information about a second attempted breach that had been thwarted by the combined efforts of Statham and the AI security system. This incident, which occurred hours after the initial attack, had been kept quiet to avoid causing panic. Trump's immediate response was predictable. 2 attacks in one day? What are they hiding in there? Time for a real investigation. The digital battle lines were now clearly drawn. On one side stood those who viewed the incident as proof of AI's limitations, rallying behind Trump's calls for a return to traditional security measures. On the other were those who saw the successful defense of the compound as evidence of the potential in human-AI collaboration, with Musk's measured response serving as their banner. Statham, still maintaining his silence, continued his security consultation at the compound. His presence served as a stabilizing force, a reminder that beyond the political posturing and digital debates, real people had faced real danger. The action star's focus remained firmly on practical security measures, working with both the human security team and the AI systems to strengthen the compound's defenses. As the night wore on, social media platforms struggled to contain the spread of increasingly wild theories about the attack. Trump's continuous commentary had opened the floodgates for speculation, with each new tweet spawning countless threads of discussion and debate. The incident was rapidly evolving from a security breach into a cultural flashpoint, highlighting deep divisions in how different segments of society viewed the role of technology in their lives. Yet amid the digital chaos, a more nuanced truth was emerging. Security footage, witness accounts, and technical logs all pointed to the same conclusion. The attack had been repelled not by AI alone, nor by human intervention in isolation, but by their effective combination. Statham's tactical expertise had complemented the AI's analytical capabilities, creating a defense greater than the sum of its parts. XA-12, seemingly unaffected by the controversy swirling around him, had spent the evening sharing his own unique perspective on the events. The boy's description of how Statham had worked with the compound's security systems provided a clear-eyed view that cut through the political noise. His simple observation: "The robots helped Mr. Statham and Mr. Statham helped the robots," would later be cited as the most accurate summary of what had actually transpired. As the first day of this unprecedented incident drew to a close, the stage was set for an even more dramatic confrontation. Trump's increasingly pointed commentary, Musk's measured responses, and Statham's silent but powerful presence were building toward a collision that would reshape public perception of both technology and security. But for now, in the quiet hours of the night, the compound remained secure, protected by the very partnership some sought to dismiss, human courage enhanced by artificial intelligence. The story was far from over, though. As the world waited for dawn, new players were preparing to enter the fray, and the true masterminds behind the attack were about to reveal their hand. But that's a story for our next chapter. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to catch the next installment of this incredible story. What do you think about the debate between AI and human security? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let us know which side you're on in this developing controversy. As dawn broke over the Musk compound, the world was about to discover that the attack on XA-12 was merely the opening move in a far more elaborate game. The digital war of words between Trump and Musk had captured global attention, but beneath the surface, a more sinister plot was unfolding. Jason Statham, who had spent the night analyzing security footage with the compound's cybersecurity team, was the first to notice a pattern that everyone else had missed. The attackers hadn't just been targeting XA-12, they had been gathering data during the entire operation. Every engagement with the compound's AI security systems, every response time, every protocol had been carefully monitored and recorded. The revelation came as Musk's private investigators uncovered a disturbing truth. The attacking force had connections to a shadowy consortium of tech companies that had been quietly opposing AI development. This group, operating under the innocuous name Future Forward Initiative, had been systematically working to undermine public confidence in artificial intelligence. The attack on the Musk compound was meant to prove that AI security systems couldn't be trusted with human safety. Trump, unknowingly playing into their hands, had launched another barrage of tweets, just heard from reliable sources about AI failures during attack. Statham saved the day despite the robots, not because of them. Time for a total review of AI security. His messages were being amplified by thousands of suspicious accounts, many of which had been dormant until this incident. Statham, drawing on his experience from numerous action roles involving international conspiracies, recognized the telltale signs of a coordinated disinformation campaign. The action star had seen enough movie scripts about technology gone wrong to understand how fear could be weaponized against progress. But this wasn't a movie, the stakes were real, and a young boy's life had been put at risk to push an agenda. The morning brought another surprise as surveillance drones captured footage of suspicious activities at abandoned warehouses near the compound. Initial analysis suggested these locations had been used as staging areas for the attack. But what caught everyone's attention was the sophisticated equipment left behind, gear that pointed to connections with several major tech corporations, all competitors in the AI security sector. XA-12, showing the intuitive understanding of technology that ran in his family, had been working with the compound's AI systems to help reconstruct the attack sequence. His unique perspective, part child's curiosity, part inherited technical genius, provided insights that even seasoned security experts had missed. The boy's observations about how the attackers had moved suggested they had intimate knowledge of AI behavior patterns. Meanwhile, Trump's social media campaign had taken an unexpected turn. His latest tweet storm included references to classified information about AI security vulnerabilities. Many people are saying AI can be easily fooled. I know things the public doesn't, huge security risks being hidden. These posts raised serious questions about the source of his information and whether he was inadvertently revealing state secrets. Musk, recognizing the larger implications of what was unfolding, called an emergency virtual meeting with his top AI researchers. The attack had exposed not just physical vulnerabilities but also revealed how easily public opinion could be manipulated against technological progress. As the team reviewed the data, a disturbing possibility emerged. The attackers hadn't just been testing the compound's defenses, they had been gathering intelligence for a much larger operation. Statham, who had been quietly conducting his own investigation, made a breakthrough around mid-morning. His experience in action films had taught him to look for the unconventional, and he noticed something odd in the attack pattern. The intruders had taken unnecessary risks to probe specific parts of the compound's AI system, almost as if they were testing responses rather than truly trying to reach XA-12. The action star's suspicions were confirmed when Musk's team decoded encrypted communications recovered from the scene. The attackers had been transmitting real-time data throughout the incident, sending detailed analyses of how the AI security systems responded to each phase of their operation. This wasn't just an attack, it was a sophisticated intelligence-gathering mission. Trump's continued social media commentary was now drawing attention from unexpected quarters. Cybersecurity experts began pointing out that his detailed criticisms of AI security systems seemed to mirror talking points found in internal documents from the Future Forward initiative. The coincidence was too precise to ignore, raising questions about who was feeding him information and why. As the investigation deepened, XA-12's unique bond with Statham proved unexpectedly valuable. The boy's detailed recollection of the attack, combined with his natural understanding of the AI systems, helped identify subtle patterns in the intruder's behavior. He noticed that the attackers seemed to be following a script, making predetermined moves designed to trigger specific AI responses. By early afternoon, Musk's security team had assembled a clearer picture of what they were facing. The Future Forward initiative wasn't just a loose coalition of AI skeptics, it was a well-funded organization with connections to traditional security contractors who stood to lose billions if AI security systems became the norm. The attack on XA-12 had been designed to create a high-profile incident that would shake public confidence in AI security. Statham, drawing on his years of experience in action films dealing with corporate conspiracies, recognized the hallmarks of a larger operation. The attack on the Musk compound wasn't meant to be an isolated incident. It was intended to be the first in a series of orchestrated events designed to turn public opinion against AI technology. His instincts suggested that somewhere, other teams were preparing similar operations. The situation took another turn when Trump's social media accounts began sharing detailed technical criticisms of AI security systems. The posts showed an understanding of the technology that seemed inconsistent with his previous statements on the subject. cybersecurity experts noted that the technical details matched internal documents from companies associated with the Future Forward initiative. As evening approached, Musk's team made another crucial discovery. Hidden in the massive amount of data collected during the attack were markers identifying other potential targets, all major facilities using AI security systems. The attack on NexLevel hadn't just been about gathering intelligence, it had been a dress rehearsal for a larger coordinated assault on AI infrastructure. Statham, who had been quietly upgrading the compound's physical security measures throughout the day, recognized the patterns from his action movie experience. The attackers had followed a methodology similar to those portrayed in high-stakes heist films, probing defenses, testing responses, and gathering intelligence for a larger operation. But unlike the movies, these adversaries had real-world resources and sophisticated backing. NexLevel, still processing the events of the previous day, provided an unexpected breakthrough. While playing with the compound's AI interface, he discovered that the security systems had been logging unusual access attempts for weeks before the attack. These digital fingerprints matched patterns associated with known Future Forward initiative operations. Trump's latest tweets had taken on an even more aggressive tone. Big news coming about AI security failures. Time to go back to real security, human security. The truth will shock you. The posts seemed timed to coincide with market hours, causing fluctuations in the stock prices of companies involved in AI security development. As night fell, Musk's team began connecting the dots. The attack, Trump's tweets, the market fluctuations, everything pointed to a coordinated effort to undermine public confidence in AI technology. The Future Forward initiative had created a perfect storm of physical threat and information warfare, using Trump's social media presence as an unwitting amplifier for their message. Statham, maintaining his characteristic calm in the face of mounting tension, worked with the compound's security team to prepare for what they all suspected was coming: another attack. But this time, they would be ready. The action star's experience in countless movie ambushes had taught him the value of turning an enemy's plans against them. The story was about to enter its most dangerous phase. With the true scope of the conspiracy emerging and multiple targets identified, the stage was set for a confrontation that would determine the future of AI security. But that's a story for our next chapter. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to catch the next installment of this incredible story. What do you think about the hidden forces behind the attack? Share your theories in the comments below, and let us know if you've spotted any clues we might have missed. The confrontation that would determine the future of AI security was about to begin. As midnight approached at the Musk compound, Jason Statham's prediction of a second attack proved frighteningly accurate. But this time, the defenders were ready, and what followed would become legend in both Silicon Valley and Hollywood. The Future Forward initiative had launched their masterstroke, a coordinated attack on major AI facilities across the country. But their primary target remained the Musk compound, where they hoped to prove once and for all that AI security systems couldn't be trusted. What they hadn't counted on was the unique partnership that had formed between Statham, NexLevel, and the compound's enhanced security systems. Trump's Twitter feed had fallen suspiciously silent for the past hour, but the damage was already done. His earlier posts had created the perfect smokescreen for the initiative's operation, drawing public attention to manufactured AI failures while the real attack was being prepared. The social media war had served its purpose. Now the real battle was about to begin. Statham, positioned in the compound's security center with NexLevel and a team of Musk's top AI engineers, watched as the first signs of the attack appeared on their monitors. Unlike the previous day's frontal assault, this one was more sophisticated, a coordinated strike designed to overwhelm both human and artificial security measures simultaneously. The action star's experience in countless movie scenarios had taught him to expect the unexpected, but what happened next surprised even him. NexLevel, who had spent hours studying the AI system's protocols, noticed something crucial. The attackers weren't just trying to breach the compound, they were attempting to seize control of its AI infrastructure. As the attack unfolded, Musk himself was airborne, coordinating with other tech leaders whose facilities were under siege. The pattern was the same everywhere: precision strikes aimed at AI control centers, accompanied by sophisticated cyber attacks. The Future Forward initiative had revealed their true objective: to demonstrate that AI security systems could be turned against their owners. Statham, drawing on both his action hero experience and his newfound understanding of AI systems, made a bold decision. Instead of trying to repel the attackers, he suggested letting them think they had partially succeeded. It was a risky strategy, but one that could turn the tables on the conspiracy that had targeted an innocent child. NexLevel, showing wisdom beyond his years, worked with the AI systems to create what appeared to be vulnerabilities in the compound's defenses. The boy's intuitive understanding of both technology and human nature proved invaluable as they prepared their countertrap. As his father had often said, the best way to expose a conspiracy was to let it think it was winning. The attackers took the bait. As their forces breached what they thought was a compromised security perimeter, Trump's Twitter account suddenly sprang back to life. Breaking: AI security systems compromised. Told you this would happen. Time for real security. The timing was too perfect to be coincidental. The initiative's infiltration of his social media team was now obvious to everyone. What followed was a masterclass in tactical deception. Statham, working in perfect synchronization with the AI systems, allowed the attackers to penetrate deeper into the compound while gathering evidence of their connections to the Future Forward initiative. Every move they made, every system they thought they were compromising, was being monitored and recorded. The situation reached its climax when the attackers reached what they believed was the AI control center. Led by a figure who had featured prominently in Trump's recent social media circle, they initiated what they thought would be the final proof of AI security's weakness. Instead, they found themselves caught in a trap of their own making. Statham's timing was perfect. As the intruders attempted to seize control of the compound's AI systems, NexLevel activated a protocol that his father had designed for exactly this kind of situation. The attackers suddenly found themselves locked in a security grid of their own making, their every move recorded and transmitted to law enforcement agencies worldwide. The action star, emerging from the shadows with his characteristic calm, faced the trapped conspirators. "In all my movies," he said with his signature gravelly voice, "the bad guys always make the same mistake. They underestimate both human intelligence and artificial intelligence." The moment was captured by the compound's security cameras and would later become one of the most viewed clips in social media history. Trump's Twitter feed exploded with activity as news of the failed attack spread. But this time, cybersecurity experts were ready. They traced the posts to their source, revealing direct connections between his social media team and the Future Forward initiative. The conspiracy was unraveling in real time, played out on the very platforms they had tried to use against AI technology. Musk's aircraft landed just as dawn was breaking. The tech mogul had coordinated successful defenses at facilities across the country, using the strategy developed by Statham and his son. The Future Forward initiative's attempt to discredit AI security had instead proved its worth, but only when combined with human insight and courage. NexLevel, watching from the security center as law enforcement took the conspirators into custody, made an observation that would be quoted in technology journals for years to come. The robots didn't beat the bad guys, and Mr. Statham didn't beat them alone. They won because they worked together. Out of the mouths of babes came the truth that the initiative had tried so hard to deny. The aftermath of the incident would reshape the debate about AI security. Trump's social media accounts were temporarily suspended pending investigation, but not before he issued one final tweet. "Maybe I was wrong about AI, still need tough guys like Statham. Time to work together." Whether this represented a genuine change of heart or damage control remained a matter of debate. Statham's role in thwarting the conspiracy catapulted him to a new level of fame. But true to his character, he deflected the attention to what he considered the real heroes: the seamless collaboration between human courage and artificial intelligence. In interviews, he consistently emphasized that the future of security lay not in choosing between human and AI capabilities, but in their synthesis. The Future Forward initiative's elaborate plot had backfired spectacularly. Instead of proving AI's weakness, they had demonstrated its strength when properly integrated with human intelligence. Their connections to traditional security contractors were exposed, revealing a desperate attempt to protect outdated business models at the expense of technological progress. Musk, in the days following the incident, announced a new initiative to develop security systems that would better integrate human and artificial intelligence. The program would be overseen by an unlikely pair, Jason Statham, whose practical experience had proved invaluable, and NexLevel, whose unique perspective had helped bridge the gap between human and machine thinking. The story's conclusion brought about unexpected changes in the tech world. Traditional security companies, seeing the writing on the wall, began investing in AI integration rather than fighting. The action star, emerging from the shadows with his characteristic calm, faced the trapped conspirators. "In all my movies," he said with his signature gravelly voice, "the bad guys always make the same mistake. They underestimate both human intelligence and artificial intelligence." The moment was captured by the compound's security cameras and would later become one of the most viewed clips in social media history. Trump's Twitter feed exploded with activity as news of the failed attack spread. But this time, cybersecurity experts were ready. They traced the posts to their source, revealing direct connections between his social media team and the Future Forward initiative. The conspiracy was unraveling in real time, played out on the very platforms they had tried to use against AI technology. Musk's aircraft landed just as dawn was breaking. The tech mogul had coordinated successful defenses at facilities across the country, using the strategy developed by Statham and his son. The Future Forward initiative's attempt to discredit AI security had instead proved its worth, but only when combined with human insight and courage. NexLevel, watching from the security center as law enforcement took the conspirators into custody, made an observation that would be quoted in technology journals for years to come. "The robots didn't beat the bad guys, and Mr. Statham didn't beat them alone. They won because they worked together." Out of the mouths of babes came the truth that the initiative had tried so hard to deny. The aftermath of the incident would reshape the debate about AI security. Trump's social media accounts were temporarily suspended pending investigation, but not before he issued one final tweet. "Maybe I was wrong about AI, still need tough guys like Statham. Time to work together." Whether this represented a genuine change of heart or damage control remained a matter of debate. Statham's role in thwarting the conspiracy catapulted him to a new level of fame. But true to his character, he deflected the attention to what he considered the real heroes: the seamless collaboration between human courage and artificial intelligence. In interviews, he consistently emphasized that the future of security lay not in choosing between human and AI capabilities, but in their synthesis. The Future Forward initiative's elaborate plot had backfired spectacularly. Instead of proving AI's weakness, they had demonstrated its strength when properly integrated with human intelligence. Their connections to traditional security contractors were exposed, revealing a desperate attempt to protect outdated business models at the expense of technological progress. Musk, in the days following the incident, announced a new initiative to develop security systems that would better integrate human and artificial intelligence. The program would be overseen by an unlikely pair, Jason Statham, whose practical experience had proved invaluable, and NexLevel, whose unique perspective had helped bridge the gap between human and machine thinking. The story's conclusion brought about unexpected changes in the tech world. Traditional security companies, seeing the writing on the wall, began investing in AI integration rather than fighting it. Trump's social media presence, once restored, showed a marked shift in tone regarding artificial intelligence. And Statham found himself in demand not just as an action star, but as a consultant on the future of security technology. But perhaps the most significant change was in public perception. The incident had demonstrated that the future lay not in choosing between human and artificial intelligence, but in finding ways to combine their strengths. NexLevel's simple observation about cooperation between humans and machines had become a blueprint for the future of security. As the sun set on this extraordinary chapter in technological history, the Musk compound stood as a testament to the power of unity between human and artificial intelligence. Statham's unexpected role in bridging this gap had written a new kind of action story, one where the hero's greatest strength lay not in fighting alone, but in working alongside the very technology that others had feared. The Future Forward initiative's attempt to turn back the clock on AI development had instead accelerated its integration into society. Their conspiracy, meant to prove the weakness of combining human and artificial intelligence, had instead demonstrated its ultimate strength. In trying to divide humanity from its technological creations, they had instead forged a stronger bond between them. And so our story ends, not with a single hero saving the day, but with a powerful lesson about the future of human-AI cooperation. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more incredible true stories, and leave a comment below sharing your thoughts on this amazing tale of technology, courage, and unexpected alliances. What do you think about the future of human-AI cooperation? Let us know in the comments below.